Inside Todd Willingham's house, in the children's room, investigators found a charred floor, proof of arson, they thought. But modern science has discredited that theory. Nevertheless, prosecutor John Jackson thought those so-called pore patterns on the floor proved something else, too, that Todd Willingham worshipped Satan.
It's perhaps a pentagram kind of a figure that some people associate with devil worship, that sort of thing.
You think that Todd Willingham poured accelerant in the shape of a pentagram, some kind of devil worship thing?
I think that's very possible, and I think it's very likely.
It's likely?
Yes.
Jackson also learned that Todd was a fan of the heavy metal group Iron Maiden and had posters and tattoos of skulls and other heavy metal imagery.
Based on the fact that he liked heavy metal and Iron Maiden and liked the metal rock groups that use skulls and those kinds of imagery, that makes him a devil worshiper?
No, it does not make him, but it makes it more likely that he is a devil worshiper or he is obsessed with Satan-like figures and that sort of thing.
And that's evidence that he killed his children?
That's certainly one factor that a finder of fact could consider.
Jackson offered Willingham a plea bargain. Confess to killing his children, his life would be spared. Todd refused angrily.
I think it's a response to his belief that a life sentence for him would be worse than a death penalty.
Isn't it also possible he just was telling the truth when he said, I will never plead guilty to something I didn't do, especially killing my kids?
I don't think it's a very good possibility that Todd Willingham ever told the truth to anybody about anything. He's one of the most completely manipulative individuals that you'd ever hope to find. He's still manipulating us from the grave.
John Jackson is now a senior judge in Corsicana. He stands by his case.
They say the conclusions reached by these investigators are not warranted by modern fire science and are based on primitive, old wives' tales, folklore.
It's not to say that they're not correct, though.
You send a man to death on that.
I'm comfortable with that.
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
Beyond a doubt.
There was other evidence, the fact that Todd escaped with only minor injuries, a jailhouse snitch, a mentally ill drug addict who has since recanted his testimony. But it really boiled down to that arson evidence and Todd Willingham.
This letter is July 26, 2001.
Reporter David Gran obtained copies of the letters and diaries Todd wrote on death row.
I could handle being here for something I did, but to be persecuted like this for nothing, I shall never understand. No God who cared about his creation would abandon the innocent.
On February 17, 2004, Todd Willingham was put to death. He said, just before he died, I am an innocent man convicted of a crime I did not commit. I have been persecuted for 12 years for something I did not do. From God's dust I came, and to dust I will return, so the earth shall become my throne.